Our first crop from the garden this season is actually a weed that comes reliably in the compost we get. It's nutrient dense and free. I'm Charlie Hudson, and you are watching Neanderthal. This is a dense patch of lamb's quarters, also known as fat hen, that came up out of the load of compost that we got from the county recycling center. Here is a younger seedling that's coming up in the potato patch. And here are some more mature plants that came up in the area that was under a cold frame. I think it's best to harvest the lamb's quarters before they get to this point because the stems are hard and not tempting. So it means kind of a laborious picking off of the leaves. So better to just harvest the whole plant when it's more tender. The great thing about lamb's quarters is that it's a nutrient-dense crop that comes up quickly, and you don't have to plant it or spend anything on the seed if you get compost like ours anyways. So one thing to know about lamb's quarters is that it is pretty high, I gather, in oxalic acid. My father doesn't eat it for that reason. There are some things you can do to mitigate that. Blanching should remove a good portion of the soluble oxalic acid, and combining it with something that has a lot of free calcium, like yogurt. The calcium, I guess, binds to the oxalic acid. But these are probably something that you want to eat in moderation. I'll cook up a big batch now, and we'll eat some, and I'll store some away in the freezer. So depending on the situation, sometimes when I see lamb's quarters coming up in a bed, I will leave it there, let it get a little bigger in preparation for harvesting, rather than just weeding it straight out. But now I'm planning to plant this bed, and so it's time to clear it out. We have been a little late in planting greens this year, so it's great to have some that came without any planting effort on our part. I will have to do a little processing work on some of these bigger ones, take the leaves off the stems, but overall not too bad.